heard about those bizarre things some people do in their sleep, talking, walking, eating, even driving without waking up. But what if you commit a crime while suffering from a sleep disorder? It's torn one family apart and landed an Oregon husband in jail. It was 4 a.m. when, without warning, Adam Kearns attacked his wife, Randy.
My son has night terrors. My husband woke up. He started yelling at me. I couldn't reason with him. He looked like he was asleep, and I didn't understand what was going on. All of a sudden, he beat the out of me.
And yet, perhaps most shocking, Adam, she says, appeared to be sleeping during the attack.
He was half asleep. It was the weirdest thing I've ever seen in my life. He's never been abusive to me in my whole life.
Adam was arrested for felony domestic abuse and ordered to stay away from Randy, a charge his wife is fighting.
He's not a violent man. He's never hurt me. He's never even made me feel afraid.
But the legal system disagrees. Though Adam can see his 3 sons, a judge has barred contact between the couple for more than 2 months.
I was told that I wasn't even allowed to console her or hug her or have any contact.
They couldn't even talk to each other when their son underwent surgery for sleep apnea. And even our interviews had to be done at separate locations.
My wife and I have been married for 10 years, and we've spent maybe 1-2 nights apart in that 10 years. And this is 2 months. Just trying not to break down, but I can't help it. This is destroying me.
Feeling alone, Randy didn't know what to do until an episode of Dr. Oz stopped her in her tracks.
I'm hitting her.
And I was screaming to get him to wake up.
Just thought to myself, that's the same thing Adam has.
Sleep disorder specialists say being startled in a dreamlike state can trigger primal, violent reactions, as we've reported on ABC.
We see kicking, we see punching, we see biting, we see rage reactions.
Adam says he's since been diagnosed with REM sleep disorder. The couple's convinced this evidence should clear Adam's name. We asked Dr. Oz if this may explain what happened that night.
I think this couple has a very strong case because REM behavior disorder is not some theoretical problem. This is not a mechanism to escape justice. It's a very real problem that's been studied by physicians. We know it occurs. We know it's not rare.
This is causing more damage to my family than anything that could have happened that night.
But the Oregon prosecutor says the law exists for good reason.
The point is that we're trying to stop domestic violence. Once we get evidence of these crimes, our goal is to hold people accountable for the assaults and the other things that have occurred inside that home, and also help these victims get out.
My main concern is getting home so I can be the 2 things that I am, and that's a good father and a good husband, and that's it.
Adam will be back in court on May 5th, and the couple hopes this may be the end to their nightmare, though they worry the case may drag on for several more months or worse.
The punishment absolutely does not make sense. For them to keep us apart, it's tearing up our family.
You know, I asked Adam how could the authorities be sure that he and his wife weren't just coming up with the sleep disorder excuse. He said they haven't been able to talk to each other for 2 months, so coordinating their stories would have been impossible. And he points out that the 911 tapes you hear, she repeatedly says he's asleep. Now, he is a devoted family man and usually coaches Little League, and this year, because of all of the legal expense, he says they couldn't afford the Little League dues. Tell us what you think about this story. Weigh in. Go to abcnews.com.